all of our customers are going to be pleased with their outcome, because if they're not, we will go above and beyond to bring them back and make sure that they are happy. I'm Rob Wheely, and I'm the CEO of closest to you.
At Capital Subaru, we value your time, whether you're here for service or working with our amazing sales team. Everything is right here for your convenience. We offer a great selection of Subarus, an industry-leading service center that keeps you moving, and so much more. Like our living green wall, just one of the many features throughout our dealership. Looking for the perfect pet gift? Check out Happy Paws Pet Shop right here in our lobby. Or plan your next adventure in our fireside seating and find your happy place. It's always your time at Capital Subaru, your way on the Parkway.
And welcome to Nashville Superspeedway here tonight. I am covering for Austin. So a little bit different person that you're not used to hearing at all, but nevertheless, we will get this thing rolling here. Drivers are still doing their qualifying. However, they have literally just finished that up. So I will pull up the starting order right now, as that should be up on the screen any minute. And I fixed these logos, but apparently they want to go away again. So first is Jeff Marble, second Tyler Marble, third Scott Glasgow, fourth Jeffrey Souza, fifth Alan Pajari, sixth Austin Fitzgerald, seventh Jared Bundy, eighth Quinn Clark, ninth Ryan Sharrow, 10th Jeff Shutt, 11th Tracy Powers, 12th Ty, 13th Johnny, I'm not going to butcher that name, 14th Todd Sharrow, 15th Ryan Haynes, 16th Jacob Mosso, 17th Brian Conklin, 18th Michael Mueller, 19th Kenneth Bartholomew, 20th Anthony Hanley, 21st, Thomas O'Hara, 22nd, Andrew Russo, 23rd, GT Hawkins, 24th, Brent Spade, 25th, Bill Benedict, 26th, Caleb Patton, 27th, Roger Selton, 28th, Rachel Hunt, 29th, Glenn Grigsby, 30th, Jake Hickson, 31st, Kyle Oakley, 32nd, Mark Zavik, 33rd, Matthew Garinger, 34th, Christopher Hall, and 35th is Cody Matthews here today. I will get those logos fixed here in just a minute. These camera views are evidently not very good, and I have no idea why the logos are wanting to mess up again, because I know for a fact that I had fixed them, and I will also boost this audio up a lot higher than what it normally is, because that is oddly quiet. I will also be fixing the logos It is 150 laps here, though. Y'all can see that on the board. Hopefully these guys can keep it straight and clean. This track is hard to pass at. Just running the laps that I ran, it was incredibly hard to pass. I mean, it was hard. Tried to get up, and oh gosh, it just wasn't easy. I know I have the logos from Tyler here, so I will be doing that while they are racing here, also commentating at the exact same time. You know, they have stages and what lap they are, however, so I will need to figure that out again. I see these logos that I need to put in here. As the green flag is in the air, we are underway here. Everybody surprisingly gets a decent jump on the field on that one. No one really spins their tires or does anything too drastic there, so they get going good. It looks like throughout the back of the pack, they're kind of scattering around. I do expect probably most of them early on will kind of single file down into one lane. I just don't see most of them wanting to race super hard. This doesn't really work out. It's kind of a iffy thing. You can try to pass on the outside. You do not want to jump that cushion. You have such a fine line of where you can pass it. If you jump up above it, it's kind of like, ooh, this is not a good thing to deal with there at all. Camera choose where we are going to go here for just a little bit as I get this final one. It's like whatever I do to fix it never wants to work there. Somebody down the track. That's kind of a scatter there. Nerf for nothing paint scheme up here. Currently riding around. It looks like everybody else is pretty calm with racing each other. Don't expect much to happen. However, you kind of don't want to be up on the top to an extent. It just doesn't end up too well. You kind of want to get down to the bottom, but you also can't really run the bottom like everybody else. If you do that, you're gonna get pinched down. So you're kind of, well, how do I want to do this? This is a weird coincidence that you're in. You see, like the 3 here, he probably wants to get out of the bottom or out of the top pretty soon. Bundy does. Don't want to be riding that top the whole entire time, even though that is the preferred lane. You can actually pass in that one. You do want to kind of be a little bit cautious, just because you can burn up that right front really easily. You're asking a lot of it. Remember Jeff and Tyler up here 1-2 right now currently. See how that 4 kind of got. See how that 4 kind of lurched in the middle of the corner. That's going to make him a little bit tight on exit. He tried to jab the throttle, and when he did, I don't think the car was completely set. So it basically just wanted to shoot around on him. Gotta be a little bit careful doing that. Yeah, there is right there. He took kind of another swipe going into the corner, and he did that. Just went straight up the track there. Still figuring out the order of these. I don't know why they want to reset whenever I do that. It just never makes any sense. The double zero is looking for a pass. He might just blow his. No, he didn't blow his corner there. These guys are on an edge. I might widen out just a little bit after this run goes on. Our biggest mover right now is actually we got multiple guys up 5 positions. Mueller's 1 and Clark is 1 also. He's up 4, but he's bounced between going up 5 positions here. So we'll basically just go ahead and say 5 on that one. A little bit tight there, not overly tight though. Don't really want to just be giving people the room to necessarily just run the line if they want to. You could really lay it on somebody's door and make them extremely loose on exit. If you're the car on the outside, if you're the car on the inside, well, you kind of can't really do that much, to be honest with you. You're kind of at the will of everybody else. You're just like, well, I can't really go up or down here, so I'm just kind of stuck. Still race side by side. It's so hard to pass here that you really have to just kind of find where somebody just bobbles. Somebody's gonna have to bobble. That's basically what's gonna happen. If nobody bobbles, then it's kind of like, well, keep racing side by side with each other. The guy on the bottom, however, will hopefully burn up his tires just a tad more. It won't be by a lot if it is any. We do have cameras this race also. I meant to go to. There we go. You kind of see everybody in this one shot right now currently with them running here. We'll highlight some certain drivers. Not exactly sure who they are necessarily, but some guys have a really dedicated setups. Pretty much all of these guys do a bunch of dedicated setups just for sim racing. Ooh, Quentin Quentin, he had a good run, and Tyler kind of threw a little bit Tyler threw a little bit of a block there. It wasn't an overly egregious one, but I think that Quentin's probably going to remember that. He almost gets a nick in the corner. He has a Subaru. That's a Subaru on the bottom of that car. I just noticed that. And that is wow, that is demolished. So what you can do in iRacing is you can actually kind of paint over logos of cars. That's what he's done. I can see it says Impreza on that Toyota. We'll refresh this browser also because it says somebody's pitted, but they haven't. There we go. That is now fixed there, so a good thing to see. You got like Jeff Shutt looking to the inside. Scott Glazo wants to try to make a move, but he's not able to quite make it though. And not really that much passing, but Mueller evidently has found the way to pass because he is up 8 positions now. And I'm going to pull up some points that we have. Get this image up here very quickly for y'all so you can just see the points a little bit here now. So you can see right now Austin Fitzgerald, he leads. That is the correct ones. Yes, that is. He leads. Jeff Marble second, Ty third, Quentin Clark fourth. You see there's a big difference between second and third. Almost 100 points there. Such a big difference between those two. The 95 of Jacob Masso to the outside of that 20 25, and he's going to be able to get that, or he's going to be able to get side by side with him. Tracy's not necessarily just going to give it up to him whenever Tracy looks like he kind of was a little bit gentle getting in the corner, and actually kind of gassed up in the middle of it. Surprised we haven't seen anybody go around yet on that rear end, because what a lot of people I think are going to be struggling with is that rear end wanting to shoot around on him. Everybody all around the bottom. Everybody's within, what, it's basically a big train for the top 10. There's a little bit of a gap to him also, and I mean just a small gap to him. Everybody's basically right on top of each other. Everybody's saying, I'm just strictly on the bottom too. Just saving tires more than anything else. You just do not want to get in there and just burn them off. Running a little bit up the group, but I mean, if you have the guts to go up a little bit higher, maybe you can just pass one guy, get right back down immediately. We almost had somebody around there for a second. I swore I heard some tires going off, but evidently I'm just hearing things. We got the 20, Ryan Scherer here. From New York, Scherer Motorsports. Got Mueller trying to make a pass on Ty. Gonna look to the inside, gonna try to get a good run. Mueller's not, yeah, he's not gonna get the pass done here. He might have to kind of try to clear himself in front of Ty. He can run Ty a little bit higher. Actually doesn't even get close to Ty. Also, he's a little bit of wiggle getting down in the corner. I think that rear end might be a little bit loose. He probably has his brake bias set a little bit too far to the rear. Saw that rear end, tried to shoot around on him, but it wouldn't let him do it. Austin Fitzgerald, points leader, down 2 positions from where he started. He's going to go shoot down to the bottom on Souza. Transition is actually a little bit rougher than other tracks, going down all the way on the apron, coming back up and across the start-finish line. You can't go there, and they're not going to say anything like, hey, you can't do that. It's part of the track. Use it if you can. Mueller's still trying to get around Ty. He's looking inside. These guys are going to start to have to guess a little bit. Braking, yeah, you see it right there. 95 got in too deep, and that rear end just tried to come around on that. Was not what he wanted to see. I'm also going to check to see if I have this right logo here. I have a feeling I have the wrong one in. So let me check very quickly on this. Yeah, I have the wrong one. I had a feeling I had that wrong one in there. So let me put the correct one in here in a minute. That 95, he bobbled, and he's actually lost 2 positions now. So I think that rear end might be a little bit too loose. He's not getting in aggressive. Let's cut off the nose of whoever that is behind him. It's an easy way to go around. Okay, luckily they didn't turn him, but that was really close to being horrible for him. That is evidently not sizing up correctly at all. But these guys are basically front have, yeah, now it's really a 10, almost 10, top 9 breakaway. Mueller has actually been running them down recently, so he's done a really good job of catching the whole entire field. Shut almost goes around. He's loose. He saves it. Does a good job of that. Almost a horrible thing for him. He could have really looped that car, but he chased it down to the inside, and luckily nobody was below him to hit. So that's the one thing that's a little bit of an issue is everybody, you're trying to get off the corner. Really, I think honestly turn 4 is a little bit more difficult because you're just, you come off it differently. I don't know what it is with that turn specifically. It's just that you don't come off completely straight, and it doesn't act right with the car. You're trying to follow it up to the wall, but really you're never in the ground. That's kind of what the real driver said. They're like, hey, this car is never in the ground. You're always on top of it. The 39, he'll look to the inside. Eyes looking. They've shut a look. Shut might be a little bit. Yeah, he's trying to burn off he's trying to burn that right front, so it gets tightened up again because he got in there super deep. Ty almost gets swiped by the 25 behind him. Gotta keep an eye out for that. Really, when you know you're a little bit slower than everybody else, it's actually honestly a lot more difficult because you're looking out the mirror. You also try to look straight, where you don't know who's going to be around you. You don't know who's going to make a move. And if they are going to make a move, do you block it? Do you try to keep your line? You don't want to come down in front of somebody and get absolutely just hooked, which is what can happen pretty easily. Jeff has not let this lead. Go away. Rails is pretty even with each other. 95 wiggles there just a little bit. I might give Allen the run that he needs. Not going to really side draft him at all, surprisingly. It's like Austin's gonna look to inside of Bundy. Bundy won't be able to really defend. Fitzgerald looks like he's got a longer run car. He did drop back to, at least 8 there on the start. He's back up to 5th, so he's actually one position better where he qualified. Running 31.6 right now currently. Everybody's actually really close on time, basically. The guys back here are struggling just a little bit on time. They're all pretty even. I do want to see if they have it set to shifting. I guarantee they probably do. So down the back stretch, you probably won't shift. This will tell me if it is just shift set up or not. Yeah, there it is. The thing I do notice is look at how low his RPMs are in the corner. One thing that's actually allowing him to do is he can get on the throttle a lot more aggressively. His 8,900 is when you really want to shift in these cars, and he's not, or sorry, not 8,900. Pretty much, I think it's 9,000 now. So this low RPM right here, maybe hurting him getting in the corner, but he's actually more secure off because he gets really loose. But with him, we're running low RPMs. It's going to be more secure in the corner. What I say by that is you're not turning high RPMs. You can actually get off the corner with the rear ends under you. they're not trying to spin on exit. That's something that he's probably got with that setup. It's a little bit easier to drive for him, at least. That is a very interesting paint scheme. I just want to look at this a little bit closer. That actually, like, legitimately looks like a Impreza, kind of. I don't know how the new ones look. Sister does drive one, but very nice looking paint scheme. I like the color combo. Austin will, I think he's actually trying to defend against Scott here right now. Scott wants his position. Lap 37, 150 right now. A little bit back in the pack now. We got the 16 of Hawkins now. Hickson racing this 37 in Conklin. He's going to get a pretty decent roll now, so I think he had to jab the throttle there, so he might get a little bit hurt on the exit. No, surprisingly not, but you see the 37 is trying to also defend against the 5, and they, sends him in the corner there. That is a shot. That 5 was like, I'm done with you trying to block me. That was a pretty hard shot, too. I don't know if realized Sean was going to break there, or if that was on purpose. That looks like that may be on purpose, just a little bit, which I'm not I mean, oh, yeah, there, he tried to get him. He just tried to get in there. Conklin missed him. But he tried to get that 5 back for that hit. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets back to the bumper of Hawkins. He gives him a little bit of a nudge, just to rattle his cage. They would say that Dale Earnhardt would do. No, he just dumped Terry Labonte that year at Bristol. Dale Earnhardt was a dirty driver. Can't change my mind. Biggest loser right now is Darrow. He is back 15 positions where he started, qualified 24th. 15 positions actually. He just blew that corner. I think that right front's gone on his car. Let's just see. Odd. That's a really yeah, that's a shallow entry though. Let's see what. Is he just entering wrong? That thing's tight. A bit, it turned right there. Let me see, is he just absolutely blowing the corner and going into 1? It just looks like it's not. He's way too low. Now he moved up there a little bit. Yeah, that right there, it's tight. He's dealing with a tight car. It's not turning anymore. Yeah, he'll be happy for a pit stop to get these tires off. It's not driving the way he wants it to at all. I do. That's all that I know. Now Tracy trying to defend against Ty right now. Ty will look to the inside. Both they give each other's room, surprisingly. Nobody's really running each other down the track, and that's kind of a risk you take, is running somebody down the track. And what that means is really just laying it on their door, making it really, really hard to pass. As we had Spade, who apparently went off track. Yeah, he's through the grass. Rewind here really quickly. I saw that he came off pit road. Yeah, there's a bump right here, and he hit it. So this free landscape didn't hit the wall on the inside though, and he's fine. He's actually going to come back down. He pitted for 4 tires. I don't know, unless he got a penalty for that. I don't think he get a penalty for it. Clark is going to have to defend against Fitzgerald here. Fitzgerald a little bit loose. He wanted to try to make a run, but once he got a little bit loose, he couldn't do that. gonna look inside just a tad. Kind of fake. What he's probably gonna want to do is enter high and then brake and go back down to the bottom. And now he's gonna actually just roll the outside or try to roll to the outside. Really way up the track. He's not gonna be able to get this good exit here. No, he might. If he can get to Clark, he's got him again. It's so hard to pass here. It's basically, I don't know how you can do it. It's kind of like if you start there, you finish there pretty much. It's just so hard because it's a one groove track almost to a certain extent. He's got front end damage. I thought he has front end. That's a 95 of him also. I think he's no. It might just be the car. No, he's definitely used it. Yeah, that car he's used his front end. Look at this. You can see that right there. He's got some front end damage, so he is not afraid to use his bumper to get what he needs. That's kind of what you have to do at tracks like this now. You can't be too gentle trying to get around somebody. It's just so hard that, and it's really just how people race now. It's you have to almost bump them to get out of the way, which there's a difference between bumping and dumping. People don't know the difference though, but they need to learn it. Let the camera choose where we go. Right now my voice is going away. Sorry about that. Look at Jared Bundy right now. He's actually going to look up under Pajari and get a run down the backstretch here. He's going to try to pull even with Pajari getting into the corner. He will do that. Pajari's going to have a little bit of a better drive off. See the 3 downshift. That's why the flames come out of the pipe there. Surprisingly good. And not run up close to him. That's what you can do is run close to him, get the side draft, but he doesn't do that, surprisingly. Leave a lot of room for each other. Jari might be able to, Bundy might be able to get it here finally. Still be a lot closer than what he was last time down the backstretch, but Jari rolled the outside really, really well. Gerald has found his way to third now. Running 31.88 or the 31.76 on these drivers currently, so we'll pull up rookie standings. See them on your screen, not that image. I don't know why it wants to freeze that right now. So that's the rookie standings currently. After half of the races, Ty leads it, Clark second, Hiller third, Bartholomew fourth, fifth, Brandon Saylor sixth, Mark Zabot. And they must run almost every single race. They can only miss 2 races on the season. Fuel, if I had to guess, is probably... See, what was it on fixed? I can't speak. They fixed. It was about 60 laps. They're probably getting close to their fuel window. You're going to have one more pit stop, though. Tracy's looking on Ty. Ty will kind of somewhat throw a block, realize, hey, I don't really want to go down that low. I'll go down low. Ooh, Tracy going to get tight on entry there because he had the 19 to his outside. This will bring in Pajari, though. 2 will be racing each other now. Pajari will get to the outside of Powers. Hickson has Muir on his inside, so even if he wanted to go down, he couldn't even do it because he's got somebody down there looking for him. Sherril's going to get to the inside of Tyler. Tyler, it looks like he held him off on exit. Sherrill might have had a little bit of an issue. It looks like that fence bouncing up and down for some odd reason, but I know it's not. It was weird. if he can get a better exit. Yeah, he was. What was his last time? It wasn't that much worse that time, but it looked like it just looked weird getting off the corner. It didn't happen. Did not have as big of a run as he probably should have, but Jeff is continuing to extend his lead. It's basically no contest for him at this point, it looks like. And it has the car to beat. Tracy is still trying to deal with this traffic back here. I keep seeing him drop. I think he ran that 95 a little bit high. That 95 has shown that he is not against using that front end to get around people. Probably have to be kept in mind there. Don't want to anger the wrong person. Fitzgerald's going to look to the inside again. Going to try to get there. He might have to use Ty up a little bit. Ty is not giving him any. Yeah, you got to start using him up here if you're Austin. Run him hard. Run him down. Or run him up the track. Because the way Tyler did that, I mean, he didn't do anything wrong right there, but Tyler laid it on his door. I think that kind of gives you the green light. Hey, I'm going to race you a little bit harder. We got fresh tires coming. I think it's Grigsby. Oh, who is that? 32. Patton. I saw Patton. He just shot out of the cannon. He went up as high as he could. But these two racing side by side with each other really gave Marble a huge lead. But we will go to a commercial break here as we've not had one. 59 laps into a 150 lap race.
At Capital Subaru, we value your time, whether you're here for service or working with our amazing sales team. Everything is right here for your convenience. We offer a great selection of Subarus, an industry-leading service center that keeps you moving, and so much more. Like our living green wall, just one of the many features throughout our dealership. Looking for the perfect pet gift? Check out Happy Paws Pet Shop right here in our lobby. Or plan your next adventure in our fireside seating and find your happy place. It's always your time at Capital Subaru, your way on the Parkway.
We are back here. Jeff still maintaining the lead. We do have some guys that have came down for pit stop. Souza, Russo, Benedict, Patton. I already talked about him coming down pit road. Just right around the length that I thought that they come down pit road. Let's just see who else comes down. Shutt is down. We'll probably see them probably 65 is when most of them will come down pit road. Fitzgerald, however, burned his tires getting back to where he was at the start. He is not making the same gains that he did before, that's for sure. Which I'm just gonna happen every now and then, just because of the. Some people are gonna race hard, others won't. Personally, I think you can race everybody hard. Don't give up positions. You're not running a charity race, or you're not running a charity. Tracy looks like he's able to actually. I keep talking about Tracy just because that paint scheme. Where I'm from Southwest Virginia. You're either a Tech fan or a Tennessee fan. A lot of people are Tennessee fans. A lot of them are Tennessee fans. I don't know why, but they are. I don't really care about college sports, to be honest with you. No, I ran college sports. I compete in college sports. I go to a big school. And I'm saying that we just went to a university this year, so kind of contradicts myself, to be honest with you. But you guys are all around each other. I think Quentin's car is finally falling off. Not what he wants it to be anymore. I think it's just, which if it's gonna fall off, I'd say right about now is probably the better time to fall off. Just because it's towards the end of the run. Now, I wouldn't want to fall off a cliff, to be honest with you, but I would be fine with it falling down a little bit. Lazo looks like he's going to try to hold Pajari off. He'll be able to do that easily. These guys just got so spaced out that it's, well, not even spaced out. It's just so hard to pass. If you think you have a run, you don't want to make it on the inside. Oh Lord, he almost came down into Pajari. That was almost horrible. I think he just got up a little bit too high in the corner. Lazo did, and he just blew that next corner too because of that. Oh Lord, Tracy almost ran into him, and Tracy almost put himself in the wall. 95. So it looked like the 95 was trying to turn him there. What he wanted to do is he's trying to get to the outside of the 4. He was trying to make such a fast move that the 4 could not react at all to it. But he couldn't get to the outside in time for it, so he just had to fall in behind him. It looked like he was turning him, don't get me wrong, but that's not what happened. Oh, Quentin's way up the track. I don't know if he got punted or not. I think he may have gotten the boot. Mueller's going to come down pit road, so if you go to 75, then you do know for a fact you can make it to the end on 1 tank of fuel. Fall-off's only been about a second. These guys, surprisingly. They haven't really fell off too much back here. I can't really judge it because they've been racing past each other for position. So I'm not going to say for sure that it is that fall off, but you saw that shot pit road. Somebody came to pit road, not sure who it was, but somebody did come to pit road. As Clark may have just gotten turned. Nope, he missed getting on pit road, didn't he? I don't think he wanted to go down there. Oh yeah, he definitely didn't want to go down there. Nope, he just looped it. Right, that transition got him and he missed it. He completely missed pit road. Realized that he had to get back on track. So all those positions gained, he just threw away. Ty's down pit road. Tyler's down pit road. Tracy's down pit road. Jeff, if he can go to lap 75, which probably, no, he's coming down this time. No, he's not. It sounded like he was coming down this time, but I was wrong. He can make it to 75. He can split it down the middle. Got the 34 coming. The 95's coming. As the 20's coming also. Jeff's going to continue to stay out. He'll probably stay out this lap and then go by, come around, and pit. Yeah, he's staying out this time. Jari, Mosso, Oakley is down also. Bundy, Glazzo, and Haynes came down. Haynes has... Ooh, this is going to be interesting. The 4 probably has to get to his pit box. Hopefully the 39 is before him. Because if not, he's going to have to slow down. The 39 is before him getting into his pit box. And he will come to a stop. Mueller just ran the fastest lap, a 30.84. And Jeff, yep, there he goes. Comes down pit road. So, he split it down the middle. He'll be completely fine on fuel now. He won't have to worry about that unless you're Joey Logano, and somehow you can stretch your fuel, it seems like 20,000 years, which I'm not so sure that car was, legal, but we'll leave that there. Yeah, I don't think it was legal, to be honest with you, but the only reason I say that is because he stretched his fuel really, really, really far. There were other people around him that were running out, which didn't make any sense at all. But, hey, if it happens, I guess, but that doesn't make any sense. Fitzgerald comes down pit road. Zabit, Geringer, Conklin, Bartholomew. Rachel Hunt, who I saw a lot in open stuff. I don't run open anymore because it's came down more to the set than it has the driver, in my opinion. I know that. There's some people that are running Coke sets, and Coke sets and normal sets are completely different. Be surprised the speed difference between the two. They'll probably drop with a jack and go here. Who's the 5? I think the 5 made the 30 now. I think it was a 39 who we have to watch these two get around each other again. We'll pull up the schedule also. I made this open up twice. No, I didn't. Schedule here, so let me pull that up on screen. See, so bye week coming up. Pocono, Indy, bye week, which is the Olympics. I forgot the Olympics are that day. Chicagoland, Richmond, Michigan, Daytona, Darlington. Ooh, I love Darlington. And then Atlanta. Darlington, in my opinion, is probably one of my favorite tracks to run. Looking at some other drivers here currently. This guy has a lot of strings, that's for dang sure. I know this feeling right here. I have a boom mic also. It's sitting right in front of your face and get a little bit annoying, but you see him, watch that hand reach down here. He'll do it in a minute, I think. No, it looks like it's not shifting right now. Not sure who this is exactly. We don't. Oh, these guys have. They might be doing paddle shifting, possibly. Yeah, that's what that may be. Is they have paddle shifters. I don't have a paddle shifter anymore. I have a sequential. I actually have one that was switched between the two. Yeah, a lot of these guys aren't reaching their hand down like they were before, so I think that they all may be running paddle shifters. All that is they do it a lot. Normal, somebody's in the wall here. That's a 32's in the wall. Patton got in it because he was really, really slow on exit. So paddle shifters, and you probably saw them in real life, it's literally what it is. It's a paddle on the back of the wheel. It's down shift, up shift. A lot of the wheels can have them. Some cars use them, some cars don't. I drive a full manual in real life. But that's basically a sequential. A lot of the sports cars like Porsches, especially when they're races, Porsches, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, GT2 cars, all use that, just faster shifting These don't use it, but they can map their button to it. The down shift and up shift. For me, I honestly think that's cheating, but keep that there. Just because only reason I say that is because I like to get as close to the real thing as I can without, having the risk of dying and losing thousands of dollars in the span of 1 second. But the 98 will get to the back of the 4 here. Look to the inside. That pass on Anthony Hanley. Souza, he came down lap 45, so I think he's trying to split the stages here currently. So he'll come down maybe lap 100 and then run it to the end, which if we maintain a second fall off, that might be a good call for him because everybody's going to go to the end pretty much. Yeah. Russo will have to pit. He pit on lap 51. Grigsby will have to pit. He pit on lap 55. So different pit strategies between everybody on the track right now, which is not a bad thing. Thanks for some strategy calls. I like, hey, what do you want to do? Which that'll change every now and then. And I kind of search through the field at the moment. Souza's still got a pit, so he's got 12 more laps. And he's going to get passed here by Marble soon. He might even get passed if he goes down pit road, to be honest with you. But I don't think it's a bad call. Just trying a different strategy. And let's just see what happens, pretty much. Just making sure my gain is all the way up. There you go. Now it's all the way up on the. That's way too much now. The smallest move on that gain button makes a big difference. Mueller pitted on lap 70. He's actually surprisingly held on. I think he's actually a little bit further up than what he used to be. He's not dropped back as much. Again, it's only 5 laps, but 5 laps at this track is a lot. I mean, a lot. So Marble is going to look to the inside. Not Marble. Mueller is going to look to the inside. Even up with Marble, he can probably be a little bit more gentle, but the problem is that we have fuel. He'll have to go 80 laps on fuel. And one thing he could be doing is probably... Yeah, he could be doing that. He could just be staying tucked behind Jeff and then using his draft to help pull him around. It won't get him a lot of laps, but it'll get him some laps. It'll take him a little bit to gain on him. Go 1 lap on board here with some random drivers. I'll just put cockpit and I was kind of click on my screen. I have no idea who it's going to go to, so we'll just find out as Souza crosses the start finish line. No idea who it will be. We'll do that now. stay with him for one more lap, and we'll switch to. We have 3 more drivers left on that. Not too many. Well, if you don't dirt track it, hopefully we don't have anybody junk it. It seems. What was going on? I hear something playing. That was a little bit of onboard there from those drivers. 50 laps left. Souza he can come down pit road now if he wants to. I'd do it now. I wouldn't wait any longer. You know you're gonna have to pit. Mueller has stayed on the bumper of Jeff, though. He has not left him alone. He's got, as he just blew that corner on exit, at least to exit. Russo's down, so Russo, I don't think I really expect much from him. And that being said, that's not like, oh, you suck. It's just because he was so far back there. But if you made your way up front and actually short pitted, you have a legitimate chance to pop everybody. So you got to keep that in mind. Souza's gonna stay out a little bit longer. I wouldn't run it as long as Souza is. I just don't think it's a good decision. I mean, now if he gets a caution, then that changes everything. We'll see guys getting a little bit more aggressive here now. Biggest mover in this race overall is actually Jake Hickson. He is at 21 positions, currently sitting in 9th right now. Had a good run for that car going on. Now that I think about it, he drives a Ford. I don't think Ford's won in the Xfinity Series or the Truck Series at all. I don't think they've won. No Cup Series they have. They won the last race. Which, honestly, I don't know how they could. The last race was almost a barn burner, too. Tyler Reddick probably should have passed Logano if he could have got to him. But aero blocking it's so hard to get around somebody. That's what he did. Just dirty Tyler Reddick's air. Apparently he stumbled going across the finish line to take the checkered flag, which, again, I still don't understand how he extended fuel that long. You can say he saved, but you don't save that much fuel. There's no way. But he won the race, so can't do much about it. Mueller second, Jeff first. Souza did come down pit road. I completely did not see that. But let's see. He's going to unlap himself here pretty quickly just because the tires are such a big difference. Whoever just went down pit road absolutely blew it. Hawkins, I think he had an illegal entry. I do not think he hit pit road correctly. No, I think it's the cone now. I don't think there's a commit line. I wish they would add that, but that'd be a lot of issues. For that. There still is an issue. If you get punted on pit road, it'll give you a black flag, even if you go down like the side of it. Which should not happen at all. Just to kind of show the difference, I'm going to pull up the last lap, 31:53. We'll see where Souza is here in a minute. 31:53 compared to a 31:08. So I think he's also sorting through traffic just a little bit. Shut. Keep on wanting to add a C to his name. He's down pit road currently also. See battles around here. Mueller's still staying. I thought he was staying within contact. He's falling back now. I think he maybe saving fuel just a little bit now. Jeff, I mean, yeah, he's qualified on the pole. He's just been on it since then. He's had a really good car. Nobody's really been able to mount any of a challenge to him, which I'm not surprised. He is having to sort through traffic here a little bit. They can be a pain if they wanted to, but I don't think they're going to be able to really be a pain to begin with at all. As who's that coming down pit road? That is Christopher Hall coming down. Now for this, still going to keep an eye on Souza. He's wow, he is 38 seconds behind. He is way back there, but he has the freshest tires of the guys in front of him by a good 30-ish laps. He's still a lap down though, so he's got to. Is he a lap down, or that's not right? Is that correct? I think it is correct. Yeah, so he's got to unlap himself. So he may have just been banking on a caution, hoping that a caution would fall in time. why I was looking, trying to scroll down. I didn't realize I wasn't scrolling. I was just hitting the gap button for a little bit. As Fitzgerald has actually gotten around Mueller. And he's going to come down. Yeah, he might have not been good on fuel. Let's... Oh, my Lord. That is absolutely amazing timing for Mueller. Caleb Patton has apparently gone around. He jumps to pits immediately. We saw this earlier. It wasn't... oh, wow, overcorrects hard. Up into traffic. He got there the caution, toes, which I think he actually could have just waited there, but he's going to go ahead and tow. That is a... Did Mueller pit, or did he just drive through still? He did. I think he pitted. No, he had to drive through. Wow, that was actually not a good break for him. I think he drove through pit road. I just want to make sure that he did. Yeah, I think it definitely came out after he was on pit road, but that sucks for him. He almost timed that perfectly. It's going to be weird for these guys now. All going to come down pit road, though, of course. He's got such a huge lead. There's the next closest guy to him. Jeff will easily win that race off pit road. I mean, it's not even a challenge for him at this point. Mueller will stay out. There's no way he got a penalty. He didn't. I was going to say, I was confused why he's staying out. Yeah, Jeff is going to be out so far ahead. So he'll easily win that race off pit road. Gerald second. Tyler Marble third. Powers, Hickson, Ty Jarrett Allen, and Cody's getting a wave around, I believe. So Jared and Pajari, I think, is what that will be for the top 10. We will go to a commercial break here as these guys have done their pit stops. We will be back before they go green.
At Capital Subaru, we value your time, whether you're here for service or working with our amazing sales team. Everything is right here for your convenience. We offer a great selection of Subarus, an industry-leading service center that keeps you moving, and so much more. Like our living green wall, just one of the many features throughout our dealership. Looking for the perfect pet gift? Check out Happy Paws Pet Shop right here in our lobby. Or plan your next adventure in our fireside seating and find your happy place. It's always your time at Capital Subaru, your way on the Parkway.
Looks like we're getting everybody waved around now. Getting ready to go green here. Yeah, going to catch the pace car, or not catch the pace car, I guess. They're way behind the pace car right now at the moment. Oh, actually, I think they're waiting for the whole field. Yeah, they're waiting for the field to catch up. They're just going to go on their own, I think. But 30 lap, not a shootout. Maybe take the first 10 laps easy and then light up after that. I don't think you want to go out there and go balls to the walls yet. Just don't think that would work too well for him. Pace car will pull in here. Tyler or Jeff Marble will lead them back to green as the green flag is in the air. We are back underway here. Gonna figure out who's the long run driver and who's the short run driver here at this race for sure. Some guys will be a little bit better longer run. Some guys will be a little bit better shorter run. You kind of want to be better. Honestly, I would take a shorter run at this point just because you are going to do a 30 lap run. It's not a long run by any means, but it's not a short run, so you're kind of, I don't know, you're kind of in a weird position here at this moment. However, these guys will be taking everything they can. They will not be giving any positions. I want to see, it was the 30, yeah, it was just 39.5. Where's the 5 at? I want to see these two get back to each other, as that was Johnny shot down the bottom of the track. You see Mueller, who caught that caution at the wrong time. Going to be stuck 3 wide here. Oh, a little bit of contact between the two. I think Johnny bobbled it and caught it, and the 99 just happened to be there. He said, hey, I'm just going to use you to help me turn. Jeff just ran the fastest lap of the race at 30.62. That was Bundy, who, I think he just got the block thrown on him down there. Slows way down. His car actually surprisingly stops pretty quickly. .30.62, 30.54, Mueller. It was the fast lap set by Marble, and that's why I said 2 different times, because it was Marble and then it was Mueller. Oh, we got Austin Fitzgerald almost gets turned. Tyler got a little bit loose on exit. I don't think that was a block, and I mean it could be. I'm gonna go back and look really, really quickly. Gonna rewind here. That looks like a block, unless he might have gotten loose in the rear end too. I'll just say it's iffy. Dixon's gonna try to get to the outside of Tyler. Marble here is gonna look outside, not be able to get it. No, I think that might have been a bobble by Tyler. He's throwing a block here on Hickson. Hickson's gonna give him a little bit of his mind. Say, hey, that left rear quarter panel looks really nice. It's a shame if I used it up, because they're going to lean on each other. Hickson and Tyler not getting away, racing hard. I mean, these cars can take that damage. They might be through. Austin looked for a move there. Wanted to make it. Hickson down inside. Austin Fitzgerald outside. Also Tyler Marble outside of Hickson. Still going to still make contact. Hickson almost goes around. Now it's going to open the door for Austin Fitzgerald. Actually, it doesn't. Hickson's going to drop back. Looks like 3 positions from that contact. Able to rebound, though, if Austin Fitzgerald can get to the bumper of Tyler Marble. I think the way Tyler's raced, he's not racing. Not raced strong at all. I honestly raced the same. Well, that is not. What in the world has happened to that? We're going to give that a refresh here, because that is not correct at all, whatever that overlay is giving us. That is way off. So we will switch to That looks even worse. We're just going to stay at that one. I have no idea what's happened to that. That was weird. It wasn't doing that earlier. I got messed up from the caution. Sorry if that had been like that for a while. I had no idea that it was looking exactly like that. But what I was saying about Tyler is, he's raced hard. I do the same thing, but racing like that also opens the door for people to race you like that. Use you up, pinch you down. I think if Austin Fitzgerald can get to the outside of him, that's going to be the move that he makes. He's going to have to fake him out. So what Austin Fitzgerald can do is, the way Tyler, he's playing it perfectly though. So only thing I can think that he can do is look inside and stay outside. Go in the corner a little bit deeper than Tyler. Try to get the car to bite, get a good rotation. And it's going to take probably a lap or two to set him up. That's one thing that's going to be so difficult about it. You have to set him up. However, I think this 16 might have something to say about this in a minute. If he gets to Tyler, I would not be surprised if these guys race each other a little bit harder than we saw before. Not, I almost said dirty, not dirty, but we'll see how these guys go. I really do want to see if Hickson can catch him though. Everybody else basically sorted out. 39, where's the 5 at? I really want to see the 5 get to him. For the 39 get, yeah, well, I guess the 5 get to 39. Tyler, Austin's right there. He's got a, it's so weird a position for this guy. Austin actually might be to the outside, or not Austin. Jake might get to the outside of Austin. Austin's trying to, he's got the inside of Tyler now. However, it's going to be hard to pass. It's just so hard to pass on the inside. Tyler's going to have to use, or not Tyler, Austin's going to have to use Tyler up. I don't think Austin can get a good exit. He can't, so he's got to try again here in a minute. It's worth a shot. Get him looking a little bit now. Get him looking. But Jake, I don't know. I think that Jake's going to finally get to the outside. Ooh, Tyler's leaving her outside open. This is so hard to do. It's just like, what do you... Ooh, Aussie's trying to get to the outside. Tyler's just staying on the outside. He's not letting him get there. He's being so difficult to pass. Letting him do it. That's all that I'll say. Do what you need to, man. But don't be surprised when people race you hard. Looking outside now on him again. That's going to be super hard about this. As he's got the outside. Tyler may have squeezed him there a little bit. Austin may have decided to lift out. This guy's racing hard with 16 to go. If you're Austin Fitzgerald, I mean, what do you do here to get around Tyler? Again, I believe this, I think it's father and son. I think father and son, Austin. Tyler's the son of Jeff, I think. Again, Austin Green normally covers this. He's getting a massive run on these exit the corner. I mean, you can see it right there, just rotates. We almost got somebody around that. Scott, he saved it though. We stayed green. Scott was completely sideways. If you're Fitzgerald, you got to start leaning on Tyler here. You got to lean on him a little bit more. He's going to be even on exit with him now. Down the front stretch here between these two drivers. Side by side, get in the corner. Can Austin clear him getting in? He can't. Tyler's just going to be a pain and stay on that quarter panel. Austin a little bit loose here. Tyler's going to have a run on the outside. However, Hickson realized, hey, I'm going to get you around this guy. I'm tired of having to deal with him. Fitzgerald still going to be stuck. Tyler Marble on his outside. Tyler's not giving him any amount of room at all. Austin's going to try to still clear him. A little bit of contact between the two again. This is letting Jeff get out to a little bit of a lead. Austin finally gets clear of Tyler, just pulls a slide job on him there. He had to do that move. And he'll have a chance to get around and go chase Jeff now. But however, he probably beat up those tires just a little bit doing that move. Took them absolutely forever to get around Tyler. They just could not do it as Tyler might be coming back here. Look to the inside of Austin. But he wasn't able to get close enough to him quite yet. Bundy's almost going to loop. He's going to go down through the grass. Hopefully he merges correctly as he does so the car doesn't shoot around on him. He loses a lot of positions. He was having a pretty good race overall, if I had to say. It'll be almost 10 to go, which will be 11 now. See, we've got Mueller, who kind of caught that caution at the wrong time. He would have been better if he had time to completely do his pit stop. Austin's trying to drive away from Tyler. He's going to get loose. He saves it. Wow. Oh, we got Pajari's down to the inside also. He's doing some free landscaping. He's about to hit the wall here. He doesn't lock it down. We stay green, though, because it's off the racing surface. And after all of that Austin used to get by Tyler, he's gotten back by him again. So, if I'm Austin, saying, all right, fine, I'm done with this. I mean, it was really Austin's fault. He got loose on exit. You got to use him up now. Tyler's giving him room. I mean, he's not dooring him. He's becoming very, very close to dooring him, though. But you got to do that. See the 0-0 here. He's made a nice rebound. You saw he actually missed pit road earlier in the race. When I say missed it, I mean he absolutely, completely blew the entry. Had to keep going instead. Got the field. We do have some more battles here. Kind of one really big one I could see is this 95 trying to get past the 25 right now currently. Tracy's made a good run. Let's see. What was I going to say? Chad Fincham, he was apparently one of the locals. Josh Berry was a local to this track. For me, my local track is Bristol. And the next closest one is Martinsville. Then I think Charlotte and then Richmond. It's the top 4 closest to me. We drove down to Charlotte twice in the past month. I went to the Hendrick Museum before as Tyler Marble's going to get loose on exit. Austin's trying to get to the outside. He's going to shoot to the inside here. He's going to be able to make a move. I don't think he's going to be able to draw close enough to Tyler Marble. No, he actually draws pretty close. It's with them. Almost a little bit of contact between the two. Just a nudge. Nothing more, nothing less between them. Going to be side by side for second here again. Tyler racing Austin super hard, and Austin's been hard to, or Tyler's been hard to get around. I mean, incredibly hard to get around. Tyler's still holding that position. Austin's got to be careful, though, with putting the power down. It's going to try to get loose on him. You can see how much time's being gained. Austin's going to clear himself up in front of Tyler. Tyler, see if he can bite and go down. He will not be able to. Tyler's still going to look to the inside of Austin here. Really just going to keep looking at this battle because these two, I think they don't like each other. I think they don't like each other right now, which is how hard Tyler was to pass. He's passing the kidney, so he couldn't get around him. He's going to get loose there again. He's seen a lot of guys get loose on exit. I mean, a lot of them get loose on exit because of that. I don't know if it's just they're trying to get it. I don't know. It's just weird. But it's going to be 2 laps to go here. Jeff Marble, he's had a lead handily. We'll just keep this look at this, and you can see that. I run a little bit lower resolution. I might actually bump up the resolution, but you can see Tyler's wheel was just completely to the side. It was just ridiculous for him. Really, really, really loose. But white flag will be in the air here for Jeff Marble. Have one more time around here. Whatever happens, happens. Doesn't matter at all at this point. See, Shara's going to get way out of the way. As Jeff Marble will come out of 4 here, and he will take home the win here at Nashville. Austin Fitzgerald holds off for second. Tyler Marble, racing super hard, comes home 3rd here. We'll watch Jeff Marble do his burnout. That is not, he's not going to do his burnout here, so I will pull up the finishing order here right now. Pull that off of the screen. Not qualifying, it's not race. That's not race, that's qualifying. This is race, so let me get in a room here. Forgot Austin has to set up a different way. Let me get in the room. I lost track of it. Where's it at? There it is. I have to go to general. Don't have the perms to drag myself in there. Don't switch. We'll start with, if I can get them in here. Waiting for them to do that. We'll start with Tyler Marble whenever they realize that. Oh, and there he is. And hold on, it requires a push to talk. I don't normally use push to talk at all. I guess I'll use L for it. We will start with Tyler Marble. Hey, Tyler, this is Bryson's booth. Have a copy, man?
Yes, sir.
Man, so you come home 3rd, had to fight really hard there at the end. You know, how did the race go for you overall, though, man?
It went well. Pleasingly surprised how well I ran. Track position so huge, qualifying. There's not much fall off here, so it's just road most of the race. Clean air is pretty damn important too, because I fell off a little bit. Dad started checking out. Yeah, saving and clean air is so important. Just road. We pitted a little early because we had to, and then somehow I ended up 5 laps short, and then Austin caught me, raced him hard. Ended up losing another lap. Thankfully, I was so thankful for that caution. 6 laps short. We get the caution and we drive hard for the last 30 and come home with a P3. I'm definitely happy with it.
So how did that caution change the whole entire race? Because that came out in kind of a weird position. That was kind of halfway through y'all's run there.
Yeah, it was interesting. It really didn't change. I don't know. It just changed the intensity. Really, it was just a low. It was caution free up to that point. We get a caught, and then that caution sets us up for 30 to go. It's game on. So that's really about it. Those two-stop strategy guys would have made something work with the better finishing spot, but yeah. Uh, I'll take it though. P3.
So how hard did you race Austin there at the end? Because it seemed like it was. I mean, you two were just going at it there.
I drove hard. I making sure I wasn't crossing my limits too much. But yeah. I mean, we're racing for the best finish possible. We're racing for regular season championship. Maybe not me. I fell out of it a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, we're racing hard and coming down to the finish. So I was just give everything I got, and I wanted that P2, but I'll definitely take a P3. Try to get on the right track here. Start something up for maybe the playoffs. We get some momentum going.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to shout out? Anybody you want to thank who might have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, well, first off, I'd like to thank you for covering once again for Austin. Ghost Racing Network, the whole deal over there on YouTube. Good stuff. Sim Racer Hub, Butt Kicker. I can't forget Alloy. That's our title sponsor. Um, Donnie Adamsack Designs, BMP. They'll be sponsoring 5 races later this year. Uh, um, iRacing iFlag, I guess. Everybody for coming out. We had 35 cars tonight. On a week where nations' birthdays are coming up, especially tonight. Yeah, 35 cars. We'll take it. Everybody for watching, and I'm rambling. See guys in Pocono in 2 weeks.
All right, thank you. Now the second place driver, Austin Fitzgerald. Austin, so how did the race go for you overall, though, man? Because it seemed like you qualified good, then fell back a little bit at the start, then you started to make a run as the run got a little bit longer there.
Well, up until that first caution, honestly, it was all fuel saving. It was up. I don't know. I was probably running 10 to 20% under my limit, and I suspect everybody else was in front as well. So I was just trying to save, and when I'd fall back, it's because I was trying to save more. And my goal was to be able to run one more lap than Jeff. Just try to, so that way I could run harder at the end of the race and not have to worry as much about saving fuel. And honestly, I think I would have caught him because I think Jeff was saving and I was good to the greens or good to the last lap. And then I got kind of tangled up with Tyler before that caution, and that I burned off a lot of fuel doing that and kind of burned up my tires. But once I got by him, I still think there was a chance, I guess, depending on if Jeff could have made it all the way or if he had to save a little bit. I don't know for sure. But I would have liked to have seen that, go green to see if I, pitting one lap later would have made the difference. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, up until that caution, the whole race was just about fuel saving. At the beginning of the race, I was thinking, maybe I'll do the 2-stop, but then I got mired back there in traffic a little bit. If I was going to do the 2-stop, I'd want to get a good lead. And once I saw that that wasn't going to happen, then I started saving, and that's kind of, when I started falling back and just kind of hung around, second to fourth or so.
So how did that caution change the race for you? Because that came out midway through y'all's run.
Well, I didn't want to see the caution, but I mean that changed it up to where it wasn't a fuel mileage game anymore. It was about going hard for 25 laps there, and yeah, definitely going hard with Tyler. We were trading some paint there, no doubt. I will say there was a couple times when my spotter told me he was low or he was high, and he kind of came up into me or down into me, but that's racing. Fortunately, we're both good enough to keep it straight, you know, and not wreck each other. Just hopefully make it a little exciting for you guys.
I was gonna say I've ran it only a couple of times in the fixed stuff, but it's so hard to pass, and you almost have to set up the move for like 3 or 4 laps. And I knew you were trying to set it up, and I was like, good lord, if he's he ever gonna get around him? And it was definitely fun racing. I mean, Tyler did what he needed to. You have to lay it on their door. Don't let them get off exit, and it's gonna make the guy below you tight. So it's kind of a risk that you take, but it definitely was good racing between you two. But before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, Acoustic Design System. Shout out to them. Always shout out to my family, my wife, my kids. Shout out to Dynamic Autosports. I mean, yeah, in the end, there is kind of between Dynamic Autosports and Marble Racing. But yeah, they got the win this time, but we'll see about next time.
Man, well, I'll let you go, but good job tonight, man. And we will bring it home with Jeff Marble. So, Jeff, you qualify on the pole and you take home the win, man. So, how did the race go for you overall, though? Because it seemed like you were just dominant the whole entire night.
Well, man, I ain't gonna lie. I pulled that pole position out of my rear end. I struggled in the A Opens earlier this week looking for speed. I think the hotter racetrack kind of played into my hands. The A Opens weren't necessarily that high. I think we started the race at like 120 track temp. So I do like a looser car. And I like a car that rotates, especially on the concrete. It's hard to get the car to rotate on the concrete. So anyways, yeah, to answer your question, starting up front is absolutely huge here because, like you said with Austin, it's very hard to pass. There is 2 lanes at this track, but when you race side by side with somebody, you're just losing all sorts of speed. So basically, it is a one lane racetrack, and just to have that clean air was absolutely imperative and huge. With Tyler running second there in the beginning of the race, I was kind of taking a wider entry. So not only did I have the clean air, I was trying to help him with some clean air too, so he could pick up a little bit of speed through the center of the corner. Just kind of a little teammate help there. Getting to the cycle, man, I started peeking over at my fuel gauge. I'm like, man, I think I can make this on one stop. I didn't plan on doing it. It just kind of happened. And I'm like, man, I almost pulled in 1 lap too soon, but I was like, man, I got to take a gamble, go around one more time. And the light was flashing on my tab. I have a tablet for my fuel thingy, and it was flashing big time. And I was like, I am not going to make it down pit road, but luckily I did. And then to answer, to piggyback on what Austin was saying, on the second run, I was 1 lap to the good. At first, I was not good. I was kind of just a hair negative to almost even. So I started shifting on the back straightaway just to kind of lower the RPMs and save a little more fuel. And then once I was 1 to the good, I started picking up the pace because I knew he was starting to come. And I'm like, well, I got to pick up the pace and tire save and be damned. So I got to maintain my distance in front of him just to have a fighting chance if he does catch me towards the end of the race. And man, I hated to see that caution. I wasn't really mad because I was almost like, this is like, it's NASCAR and shit happens. It happens in real NASCAR. It happens on here where it's very rare that it goes caution free. And I didn't want to see that. I wouldn't, like I said, I wasn't upset. I wasn't throwing a hiss. I wasn't like losing my shit. And Tyler and Brian were like happier than pig and poo because they needed that caution. And it was just like, but anyways, the restart, it was imperative for me to get a good restart. And I was hoping, man, that thing would not turn into turn 1. It looks like a lot of people are struggling with turning into turn 1 on cold tires. But I knew if Austin kind of got to my right side into turn 1, I would have been screwed because he may have beat me off the corner. So, but I'm rambling. It was a hard race till the end. A lot of guys throwing haymakers back there. And like I said in the beginning of the interview, I was a beneficiary of the clean air. It's absolutely huge in this car. Austin knows it. Week in and week out, once he's up front, it's hard to pass the guy that has the advantage with the clean air. So I was that guy with the advantage tonight, and brought her home P1.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you for jumping in short notice tonight in Ghost Racing Network. Alloy wheel repair specialist out of Richmond, Virginia. SimRacerHub.com, Butt Kicker, Capital Auto Group, Bushnell Motorsports Park, iRacingIFlag.com. Donnie Adams X Designs. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. If I do, I apologize. And we are off next week. And everybody enjoy their 4th of July. Make sure you come back to your sim rigs with all 10 fingers still attached to your body. Don't blow them off with fireworks. And enjoy your family, hot dogs, fireworks, and hamburgers. And again, thank you for coming out.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go, but good job coming home with the win, man.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
This is Jeff Marble, kind of piggybacking off that. Do not pull a Jason Pierre-Paul. If you don't know who that is, that's not what I meant to click. That's still the wrong thing. I can't get the freaking camera right. If you do not know who that is, let me tell you who that is. He is a football player. I think who does he play for now? Who is he playing for? He is with the Wait. Yeah, so he's a Miami Dolphins linebacker. He was drafted by the Giants. He used to have 5 fingers on his hand, but on July 4th, he blew his hand up holding a firework. Really stupidly. So he only has like half a hand on his right hand. He plays with a club hand because of that. Luckily, he still has a hand, but when he plays, he's got a club for his hand. So, yeah, don't do what he did. But I'll go over the finishing order here now. First, Jeff Marble. Second, Austin Fitzgerald. Third, Tyler Marble. Fourth, Jake Hickson. Fifth, Michael Mueller. Sixth, Quentin Clark. Seventh, Tracy Powers. Eighth, Jacob Mosso. Ninth, Ron Haynes. 10th, Ty. 11th, Johnny. 12th, Scott Glazo. 13th, Jared Bundy. 14th, I cannot see that because it's so white. Thomas O'Hara. 15th, Kyle Oakley. 16th, Matthew Geringer. 17th, Rachel Hunt. 18th, Mark Zavik. 19th, Anthony Hanley. 20th, Cody Matthews. 21st is Jeff Shutt. 22nd, Jeffrey Souza. 23rd, GT Hawkins. 24th, Andrew Russo. 25th, Alan Pajari. 26th, Kenneth Bartholomew. 27th, Todd Shera. 28th, Brian Conklin. 30th, 29th, Christopher Hall. 30th, Bill Benedict. 31st, Glenn Grigsby. 32nd, Ryan Shera. 33rd, Brent Spade. 34th, Roger Selton. And 35th was Caleb Patton. Not a bad race overall. Definitely got really interesting there towards the end with a lot of guys leaning on each other. That's what I kind of like to see with racing more often than not. Don't just give the positions, race each other. But I'm not going to keep you all here any longer, so I will let you all go.